Good morning. Rise and shine, 6:30 a.m. Toronto, Canada. And this is going to be a big one. Canfitpro, 6 presentations in all. I've got several on coaching and leadership. Got some training sessions. I'm on a panel. It's going to be a great show. Most importantly, there's about 15,000 delegates here at this show, and it's going to be off the hook crazy. I love coming to downtown Toronto. It's a beautiful city. It's man, it feels like fall out. It's so nice. No humidity in the air. We're just behind the dome, and then you got the aquarium there. You have a Space Needle, but I'll be inside the convention hall for the most part over the next 2 days or so. Always great to connect with not only other fire-breathing dragons that are fired up to ignite the universe with energy and positivity, but also the delegates. This show is unique and it has a lot of consumers coming in from the outside world as well to go to the expo, to attend some of the workout sessions. So my plan is to create some major impact north of the border. Let's go get after it, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get it right, get it tight. Let's go. Get it right, baby. Canada versus the world. Let's go. Who's got Canada? Who's got the world, baby? Let's roll. Sergeant Ken. Exactly. Canada versus the world boot camp, baby.
Are you ready?
Having a little fun. Minnie's up first. Minnie Maria warming everybody up. Oh yeah. Get it warmed up. Canada versus the world. This is going to be a fun one today. We got 7 different stations. It's going to be nutty, crazy. And we're going to get after it. Woo! Work. We got to work. Oh yeah. Switch fast. Right there, baby. Woo! Just like yourself. When we break down here for 2 minutes, I want you to give it your all, from your heart and your soul, whatever you got left. Yes, Team Canada one day, they had to win today. But truly, truly everybody gave your all today, and the effort you give every single day is what's most important. Thank you for your energy. Let's break it on down. One thing. When we're doing ready, if I say break down, as loud as you possibly can, I'll say break down, go, ah! Like that, makes sense? Here we go, repeat after me. Here we go, let's go. Give it to me one time. Hoorah! Hoorah! Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Love it!
Love it!
Need it!
Need it!
Every day!
Every day!
Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Motivate!
Motivate!
Dedicate!
Dedicate!
Suck it up!
Suck it up!
Suck it up!
Suck it up!
All day!
All day!
Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Love it!
Love it!
Need it!
Need it!
Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Oh yeah!
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 Ready? Break down! Ready? Break down! Ready? Break down! Ready? Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Bring your A game every day. Make sure your mind is right. And make sure you continue to give gratitude. The fact that we can do what we do every single day to make a difference in people's lives. On behalf of all these presenters, we love you. Continue to inspire the world with greatness. Let's go. Here we go. Ready? Energy on 3. Energy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Behind the scenes here, Randy Hetcher getting ready for his Frogman talk. Let's go, baby.
You gotta make sure your tech's right, your gear's right, and you're ready to go to battle.
Yes, sir, Twister. Let's go, baby. This is gonna be awesome, baby. Let's go, ignite. We're gonna have a little fun this morning, baby. Twister's new national anthem for Canada. No more Oh Canada. Now it's Guns N' Roses, baby. Get him, Twister. It's fun presenting with this guy. Look at him. Getting him up, firing him up. Absolutely love it. On our way to the panel right now. I got a panel with Randy Hetcher, Pete Twist, Len Kravitz, and Paul Check. It'll be a great way to end the conference here and just hear the questions from the delegates that are out there. And you know, just connect on whatever it may be. It could be on leadership, it could be on business, it could be on training. And this will be our 6th session, or my 6th session, and then it'll be an end to this Canfitpro Toronto. So let's go to the panel, see what they have to say.
A guy who looks at the market opportunities for a living, you really do have to figure out what your unique point of differentiation is going to be, which is what TD was just touching on, and Pete touched on a little as well, because there's a lot of people who are passionate about training. And as I said before, the enemy of your success is going to be obscurity. The only way you get out of obscurity is to deliver a unique value to someone that you're really good at. And it is impossible, guys, to be good at everything. It's just not possible. I mean, maybe by the time that you're 80, 90, you'll have had enough opportunity to get really good at everything, but I doubt it even then. It's very, very hard to be good at everything. So figure out, of the things you're passionate about, which one is the area of the strongest passion, right? And then invest in that and really become great at it. I'm not suggesting that you become a one-trick pony, but I'm suggesting that you become known for something, right? Because then you can build on that and you can start to expand into sensible, what I like to call sensible adjacencies, right? Things, if you're really good at this, yeah, you probably can expand laterally into something that's adjacent to that. People will give you the credibility for it, and you probably have the skills that justify that credibility. A little more investment, and now you got a broader domain, but it's only slightly broader, you know, because without a point of differentiation, any of our businesses, they can't succeed. But working in the space that you're passionate about, man, I think I'm a big proponent of that. I've done it twice now.
We have like 4 minutes left.
All right,
Thank you.
One.
Okay.
The key thing I wanted to add, because now I got your second half of your question, is remember I talked about the importance of a dream. It's your GPS coordinates, right? So it's like anything. If you're heading for Disneyland, but you get sidetracked and end up going in the wrong direction, your GPS starts telling you you're going in the wrong direction. And that's your sense inside yourself. And as Todd said, that's your soul talking. Like, most people aren't listening to their soul, they're just looking what everyone else is doing. But the key point I want to make here is, once you have a general sense of the direction you'd like to go, which you seem to have a general enough sense, that's enough to pull you in that direction. What I found to really help grow me is that my #1 interest was helping people be fit, healthy, and accomplish their goals.
It's a great question. I think a lot of times in life when we make decisions, we want to know what the answers are going to be. We have a strong vision, but we don't know how we're going to get there. And I think that's normal, and I think part of success is failing. I know in the late 90s, I was an athletic trainer. I thought I wanted to go into athletic training. By going that and spending over 1,000 hours in the ATC field, I realized that's not what I'm supposed to do. So although that's not where I ended up, sometimes finding out what you don't love to do is as important as finding out what you do love to do. So what I say now is, find out the 5 things that most moves your soul. What do you love to do? And say yes to more of the opportunities that come within those 5. And if you say yes to everything, then you're not being a strategist, you're being an opportunist. And the world doesn't need more opportunists saying yes to things that are going to distract you from where you're supposed to go. If it moves your soul and you love to do it, say yes. And even if you don't do that, you're going to end up meeting people that are going to connect the dots to help you get you to where you're ultimately supposed to go. So keep moving forward, failing forward, succeeding forward, and searching for that deepest purpose of what you're designed to do. Thanks, great question.
Good answer.
Thank you.
You know, it's great that the thing you have going for you in this question is,
It's up to you what your mindset is. What do you want out of life? I don't know if it's you that craves to be a presenter or write a book or be an author, be up on this panel. It's what are you willing to do to pay the price and the sacrifice to put yourself in a situation, male or female. I'm not getting into hormones. I'm just saying, what do you want out of your life and how hard are you willing to work for what you want? So I believe, and I say this all the time, is the fitness industry does need more female presenters. We need more of that influence on that. But it's up to you to say, who is that? McGregor and a stunner.
oh,
Man,
Well, I'm just going to share with you what we're doing right now in our lab. We're seeing a lot of evolution in circuit training, and we're seeing the combination of HIIT training with circuit training, and there's a lot of new ways of doing circuit training, and we're researching this. We have these portable metabolic analyzers, and they can tell us the energy expenditure, and then we're also measuring blood lactate, which is a way of, it tells us, the researcher, what's happening to the body without the subject or participant even telling us. So we can tell how, you know, the stress of this particular protocol is working. And then a third thing we do is we look at their afterburn, their exercise afterburn, but because that's it's a really neat, very, very specific way of measuring energy expenditure post-workout, but the harder the workout, the greater the epoch. And without a doubt, there was one study published about 2 years ago, and it was a HIIT circuit. And I do believe from our research, you're going to see a big evolution in circuit HIIT or HIIT circuit protocols. We're trying a whole bunch of them in our research. We're trying like cluster sets with HIIT, traditional circuit. I don't know if you know peripheral hard action circuit training, but upper body, lower body. But I believe and it's going to be theory-based, that there's going to be a big evolution with HIIT circuit protocols with many options, many options.
Anybody else want to add to that on the panel?
If I can have permission, I'll just answer your question, sort of three higher level broad strokes to point your compass. One area that we're really looking at and studying is in active aging and aged exercise, but we're focused on the group dynamics and the social psychology and the communication strategies to find the culture and the language and the touch points that people of certain ages and correlated to their ability level prefer. And such as if you're 75 and your ability level is very low, you need a different language, a softer touch point, a different type of environment, things like that. That's number one. Number two, we're focused on real whole organic food, but we're trying to connect the correlation between what you eat and how you feel, your digestion, your peace of mind, your energy, your passion, things like that, to make complex simple. And then third, over in China, I guess nobody knows this other than me and one other person, but I'm going to start in the fall my PhD, and it's going to be in Mandarin for an extra little challenge. And even though I'm still working on English, but I'm going to study the how to manipulate exercise to utilize more different parts of the brain. The goal is high transfer skillfulness, but we also have some curiosity and some collaborations with University of British Columbia in Vancouver and China on sort of anti-Alzheimer's and dementia and so on. We're talking about the brain. It's a no-brainer. If doing crossword puzzles is supposed to be helpful, you know, we integrate balance, movement, strength, and really neurally overload or skew the exercise more toward the fascia, more to the brain in a cognitive state versus autonomic. So essentially, we want to find out through exercise, how can we get more results for the body, but utilize the brain more to keep it healthy, always keep it in a cognitive, computational state so it works. And we believe what we can do in any type of exercise would have some kind of an effect, but most exercise that we see we think is maybe 10 or 20% of what it could be.
Every day, my own research states is I know that people are real stressed out. Stress is rampant. And what we do is many times they come in, they're on two wheels because they're late for a session. We jump them up on a treadmill, start sprinting them, high intensity exercise, and we're feeding the problem. So the more I look at the yin side, the meditation side, to counterbalance both are needed, but people are more disconnected than ever. Stress is rampant, anxiety is rampant, even with kids because of phones, because of social media and everything. So I believe as coaches and trainers, when we look at research and technology innovation, all which can help performance coaches and trainers, we also have to be very, very aware of the inside, the spirit side, the mental side, the mindset side, and balance the two out. Because the more time that you spend in the yin side, it's going to fuel the yang. And there is that equal yoking. And I don't know if you saw Paul's presentation earlier. He touched upon this and got into the adrenal glands. And those of you that know people or have had adrenal fatigue, man, it's nasty and it's everywhere. So for us coaches and trainers trying to take care of yourself, make sure you're adhering to your best practices, but make sure you're also contributing to the solution to the problem and not being the problem as well. Well, that's a wrap. After 6 sessions, Canfitpro comes to an end, and what a crazy few days it's been here in Toronto. Great show, 15,000 people, and just some great delegates. Started yesterday, Friday morning, and it was all on leadership, what it takes to get to the next level, and then a huge workout with the WOW workout. Creating that great experience for all the people that showed up in the WOW experience. And then today was off the hook as far as the lectures, the panels, all that we did. Had a talk with Pete Twist on the 10 tips it takes to be world class as a trainer, coach, and leader. And then we had another workout, Canada versus the World Boot Camp. And then another lecture about world-class coaching, 7 points to dominate the fitness industry. And of course, that last panel. So man, it's 7 o'clock on a Saturday night, and Canfitpro draws to a close. I'm going back. I'm gonna get some grub tonight, eat, celebrate a great show, and have some fun. So, hey, thanks for joining me on this journey. Remember, wherever you are around the world, is to do what you love to do. Hopefully you gleaned some great information, content. You got inspired by seeing some of that today. But man, it's gonna feel good just to relax, kick back, fly home to San Diego tomorrow and get a day's rest with the family before hitting back to Fitness Quest 10 and seeing my team, who I love so much. Man, I get the best team in the world, and I get inspired stepping away and then going back and getting to rub elbows with great trainers, therapists, instructors, directors of first impressions, admin, everyone. Because, man, when you're around a world-class team, it inspires you to do great things. So remember to surround yourself with great people, and great things are going to happen. Guys, love you. Peace. God bless.